Guys, it's me, Time Foss, aka Fosta, and you all know me that in this channel I review mostly about Gunpla, and there is this one thing that really interested me particularly, and that is the release of the entry grade. The kit I'm talking about is this one right here. So this is the entry grade RX-78-2 Gundam, and you might be thinking, what is an entry grade? And why does this look like the high grade? I can tell you a little bit of backstory first. For those of you who don't know what an entry grade is, well, this is it. The entry grades are basically no grades, but they have a little bit of color separation. Now, of course, the entry grades consist of the 00 Gundam, Gundam Exia, the Gundam, and the Strike Gundam. And these look colorful out of the box, you may ask, and no, they are not. First of all, let's take a look at the RX-78-2 Gundam and the RX-78-2 Gundam in entry grade. You may have noticed that some parts are a bit hollow on the legs, and you may have noticed the beam rifle is actually kind of flat. Well, here's the truth. The entry grade RX-78-2 Gundam actually looks like this. The shield is not colored, and the beam rifle is purely blue with the arms, the torso, and let's say that the crotch piece until the legs are all white. The beam sabers are blue, the body is blue and red, which is pretty much expected for a kit like this, and it does come with stickers, but it doesn't cover up a whole lot. This also applies to the AL Strike Gundam entry grade, whereas you can see it's basically like the RX-78-2, plus in the entry grade line, the AL Strike Gundam does not come with the AL Striker pack. The same can also be said with the Exia. And the Exia here, as you can see, there is no red pieces aside from the feet. You can't see it because this image has been cropped by a copyrighted picture. I can tell you that the RX-78-2 Gundam and the Gundam Exia, they were the first kits to open my mind into the world of Gunpla, and I really enjoyed them, but I have lost them over the years. And here is a close shot at the 00 Gundam. Honestly though, the entry grades, they were not really good at color separating, and they only relied on stickers, and even then you really had to paint it most of the parts. And one more thing that is a bit of a letdown, the Gundam Exia only comes with one GN sword, or GN long blade, and the 00 Gundam only comes with its GN sword and not other things. And before we move on to the Gunpla in question, I want to point out that Bandai did, and I repeat, they did try to make the entry grade relevant for today. And as you can see here, this is the entry grade Kamen Rider 01. As you can see here, its building is pretty much like a statue, with only a few ball joints at the feet, ball joints on the arms, and the face. But most parts of this entry grade has already been color separated to the max. You don't need nippers, you don't need glue, and you don't need to paint, because if you look at the kit in question here, it does look color accurate enough to the show. I don't know if you get stickers, but that depends. And also, if you look at the plates list, it's pretty much simple. So yeah, the entry grade of Kamen Rider 01 does not have much articulation. The same could be said with this kit too, which is the entry grade Son Goku Super Saiyan Blue here, or Super Saiyan Son Goku right here. It's Super Saiyan God. I don't actually watch Dragon Ball, so forgive me. Just like the ladder, this one is made for kids. It says here how to assemble a plastic model kit. So the plates list is pretty much all colorful and all color separated. Now, to some people, this may remind them of something, but if you don't know, I'm referring to one of the old kits, which are the advanced grade. And again, for those who don't know, the advanced grade is basically a line for the Gundam Age and for the gauging build game of the Gundam series. Now the advanced grade here, it does look colorful straight out of the box. I'm gonna show you a video which pretty much sums up how you build this thing. But before that, I wanted to show you again the picture of the entry grade RX-78-2. As you can see here, it's not that colorful. And like I said, same applies to the Exia, it's also not that colorful. And if you're wanting a full body shot of all 4 of the entry grades, well, here you go. Like I said, even if you put all the stickers, they're not going to be that colorful. As example by this picture on Google that I found, which is the 00 Gundam entry grade, with all the stickers applied. Now, this is a video provided by Robert184. a legend of the reviewers of the Gundams YouTubers. Now, as you can see here, assembling the advanced grade is pretty much part for part, like so. As you can see, it's not that hard to build. It's just snap fit all together. And assembling the chest is pretty much simple. What we call this is the block build system. Basically, you're laying color on top of color to make it look colorful. And as you can see, it really does show that it does look colorful. As you can see, just by the review itself or the building video, it's really much colorful once you put all those parts. You might be asking yourself, why did I bring up the block build system? Well, here is why I'm telling you about the block build system. It turns out that the new entry grade of the RX-78-2 kind of incorporates the block build system, which means you won't need that many stickers to make it colorful. Now prepare yourself, because this is the part where it gets really good. So if you remember the old first grades, which are simple to build and not that posable, for example, here is the RX-78-2 and the Zaku first grades. And here are double O line of first grades, and you know that these things are slightly posable. Well, hear me out. These kits are posable right here. This, on the other hand, is hollow and not that posable, just like most entry grades. However, it turns out the new entry grade RX-78-2 Gundam is posable. I mean, look, you can bend the elbows, you can bend the knees, forward and back. Look at the leg there. It's really much forwards and backwards, really good. The arms can bend well over 90 degrees. You can move the torso side to side, front to back. And if you look here, it's pulling off a decent pose for what is essentially a first grade. Now keep in mind, like what I said, the entry grades here do not have that much posability. You look at the legs, you look at the arms, and you look at the head. Those are the only points of articulation, just like a Sofubi figure. And just like the entry grades before, they're basically like just standard figures. They don't move a lot. I mean, even the old no grades could not do that. But this one right here, this one particularly has posability. Bend at the knees, movable ankles, bend at the elbows, and movable torso. And also a movable head as always. Now, hear me out. This is an entry grade, a line that is not known for its posability. However, it looks like a high grade when you pose it. I would even go as far as to say it looks like the RX-78-2 Gundam Revive. Because let's be honest, it kinda looks like it. The beam rifle is buffed up, even the shield is well made, and there are no hollow parts on the knees. I mean, look at the hollowness of the old entry grade. It is well covered up, and that is amazing. Now, I may sound like I'm gushing too much on this release, but I'm gonna tell you the main selling point of this aside from its articulation. You ready for it? Because here you go. So the entry grade RX-78-2 Gundam, the new one, which is posable, it sells for 770 yen. Yes, you are not dreaming, nor your eyes are broken. This entry grade, which is legit posable, sells for 770 yen. Sure, it may apply to other countries as different prices and may be a little bit expensive than what you think. But all I can say is, it is a 770 yen and it poses almost like a high grade. Sure, we don't know how it will look like when it's done, but I can tell you that for 770 yen, for a kit that poses like a high grade, I'd say yes, this is a pretty good release, and it releases on September 2020, so mark your calendars and prepare your money. Also, this one is provided by the Mecha Alliance group and page of the Gunpla, so yes, if you're interested in a simple build and great posability somewhat that doesn't break the bank, I would say for 770 yen, you're getting a pretty good deal. Then again, we don't know if it's almost as possible as this guy or this guy. But being able to pull off a pose like this, well, sign me up, because this is going to be one of the best kits in the entry grade line that Bandai has made. Which begs the question though, since Bandai is making the entry grade RX-78-2 Gundam disposable, I wonder what other entry grades Bandai will make. If you were to ask me, I think it will be these. Of course, what's a Gundam without a Zaku? And I can pretty much expect that Bandai will make an entry grade of the normal Zaku. And of course, there is the opportunity of Bandai making the original 3 more entry grades that were in the past. I mean, the Gundam is done. What's left is the 00, the Exia, and the Strike Gundam. So there is a possibility there. So yeah, the entry grade. Mark your calendars, prepare your money, and maybe you want to buy more than this because this seems like one of the best Gunpla Bandai has ever made. So that ends the video. Thank you for watching, and as always, subscribe for more videos like this. I mostly do reviews of Gunpla and sometimes memes, and as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care and stay safe.